Hey there, it's Emma, the designer at Bespoke Backdrops and Branding. So, while actual travel has been banned for the time being, let's take a little journey down your customer journey. Today's video is all about making sure that every single touch point in your customer journey, in your sales funnel, is branded and visually consistent. So this really is the perfect time to take stock of where you are with your business and your branding, and to just check that every single touch point, everywhere out there in the world that someone may interact with your business or come across your business, actually is on brand. You will be surprised how many times I've gone through someone's customer journey, their sales funnel, I've dug deep into their business and found Acuity scheduling calendars with their old business logo on there. You know, stuff like that is really low-hanging fruit that we can all change and get up to date with our current branding. So I'm going to hypothesize on a typical customer journey that someone may go through when finding you and working with you. And I'm gonna sort of give you ideas of what needs to be branded and what needs to be changed. So yes, to start off, your invoices really do need to be branded. That was a question someone asked me, and I said, yes, they really do, because people might get confused as to where this particular invoice came from, but I'll get to that. So I'm not very good at remembering things, as you know, so I'm going to read from my list. So a typical journey with touch points might be this. They see a post in a Facebook group. So is that post branded? Do you have photography or imagery that is on brand? It might not necessarily have your logo on it, but looks and feels like your business. Then they check out your business page. They're in the group, they like your post, they check out your business page. Is your Facebook banner on your business page branded? Does it say what you do? A lot of people just put a really nice picture up there or a photograph of themselves, but if someone's just coming brand new, fresh to your Facebook page, they may not have a clue what your products and services is. So make sure that beautiful prime real estate, which is Facebook banners, says what you do, and of course has the same brand feel, and it's branded. So they're on your Facebook page. They might scroll down to find a video. What do you look like on video? How do you come across on video and on camera? Have you thought about what's going on behind you, for example? Is it as professional as possibly your branding or your website? When people are scrolling through, does it give the same vibe as the rest of your business? And if people were going to stop and watch that video, would they believe you and trust you if they could see what was going on behind you and it was a red hot mess? So think about your videos. So maybe that video takes them eventually to your YouTube channel. Do you have a YouTube banner, for starters, that is on brand? Similar to your Facebook banner, it's a great place for people to recognize, yep, I'm with the right person. Unfortunately, there's not a huge amount of space on Facebook banners, but you can still get your branding on there. Secondly, with YouTube channel, have you got your video thumbnails designed with the title of your video on there? Because when people come to your channel, they will see all the thumbnails, all the images of your uploaded videos, and it's nice to see that sort of brand identity running through those thumbnails. Because if you don't design your own thumbnail, YouTube will decide to pick one for you, and often it's really, really unflattering. So make sure you have a template for these thumbnails that you can just put the title on, upload it when you're uploading your video anyway, and then your YouTube channel looks really nice and schmick. So next step, they might go to your website and you've got an opt-in freebie. Now, is that freebie branded as well? If it's a checklist or a PDF or a video, is it branded? So with a checklist and a PDF, make sure that the information you give them, that PDF, has your brand identity on it, at the very least your logo, because they might come back to it at another time and you want your branding, your visuals to be front of mind and to sort of become subconsciously part of their visual expectations when they interact with you. So think about your freebie option. opt-in. So they've got the freebie opt-in, they really loved it, it's fabulous. Now they've signed up to your mailing list, because often you're giving your email address to get this freebie opt-in. So does your newsletter have a branded header? Maybe with a nice photo of you. It's always nice when people click onto an email that they see the photo of the person who's addressing them. I'm a big fan of having a header on newsletters. I know a lot of people just try and pretend it's actually an email they're sending you personally, but I think that's a little bit disingenuous. We know it's from a mailing list, so let's make it a beautiful newsletter that fits with your brand identity, and not pretend that we've just emailed them like, hey, gorgeous. That's just, it doesn't work for me. It works for a lot of people. They have great conversion on it, but I always suggest having a beautiful branded newsletter header. So, okay, it's time for them to book in. Your newsletter has really compelled them. There's a book with me or discovery call. Click this link and book your free session here. Whatever it might be, if they need to book in to speak with you, have you got your Calendly or your Acuity scheduling tool branded? Again, some people have got their old logos or their old color palette or really old photos in their scheduling tool, and that kind of breaks that experience, that brand experience. So make sure that is branded. So yes, they have signed up for your freebie. They loved it. They've done the one-on-one discovery session with you. Now they want to work with you, and you need to send them an invoice. And this comes down to what I spoke about earlier. Yes, you do need to brand your invoices, especially if your trading name is not the same as your business entity. So my business entity is called Quadrupan Pacific, but you'll get an invoice from me that obviously has my business name, but it has my trading as name, Bespoke Backdrops and Branding, and it has a lovely picture of me actually on the invoice with my background. So when people get it, they know instantly, that's what it's for. Because people don't want to be confused when they see an invoice come in, like, who's this from and what's it for? You instantly want that visual recognition, and then they'll pay you much, much quicker because they're ready to go with you. So they're working with you. Your product and service is your actual products and service. Now they've crossed over the paywall. They've paid to work with you. Are you continuing that beautiful branded experience for them? It's all very well and good to have a really beautiful website and everything on the front end looking amazing, but if they're actually working with you in your membership site or one-on-one or whatever products and service you deliver to them, does that visually feel the same? Is it the same brand experience throughout? So make sure your worksheets are branded, your membership site has got your branding on it, any module tiles and images, they also have a beautiful branded template, so people can really still feel that they're part of the brand experience, because brand is not just what it looks and feels like, it's how it works. It's a whole experience. So we're still going through the customer journey. There happens to be a video one-on-one call. How do you show up on video? People have paid you, I'm assuming, good money to be on this coaching call or this video call with you. Are you just showing up randomly in your kitchen with all kinds of stuff hanging on behind you? People do judge a little bit. Well, nowadays we absolutely know, with everyone staying at home, people are always having a good nosy what's going on in the background. And if people have paid money to work with you, I think it's a really respectful thing to show up on your one-on-one videos as best you can. And it doesn't necessarily mean having a backdrop, but it's thinking about what's going on behind you so that brand experience matches the level that they've paid you for. So customer journey is coming to an end. They've bought your product, they've worked with you, they've absolutely adored it, they've finished working with you. The next step on that customer journey could be a survey. You want to get a testimonial, you'd like some honest feedback about how it was to work with you, and you send a survey out. Now, I know there are a lot of free survey tools out there, I use them myself, but possibly you could maybe have a branded experience at the very end of people working with you. What are the other ways that after they've finished and everything's been delivered, you can still continue the brand experience? And when you have that testimonial, do you have a beautifully branded template that you can take an excerpt or a quote from that testimonial and create this branded graphic that you can use on social media to show everybody else what a wonderful experience it is to work with you? So that is a typical customer journey, and you see how many touch points there are along the way that you need to think about when it comes to branding. It's not just about the front end, it's about, you know, after the paywall, the other side of the velvet rope that I call it. So have a think about that, and don't forget that 94% of all communication is nonverbal. So what people see directly translates into how they feel, and then how they act and behave towards you and your brand. So a picture really does paint 1,000 words. So I hope that's given you some food for thought. It's a little bit of a longer video than I normally do, but I think it's important to sort of take you through a typical customer journey. If you have any questions or any comments, do comment below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again.